Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk Eternals. First of all, first world problem, I will tell you, I'm having a hard time with the title. I want to say The Eternals, but when I look at my notes, no, Keith, it's Eternals, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me because I will say, hey, we're heading over to the Johnsons for dinner. I won't say, hey, we're heading over to Johnson's for dinner because Johnson is one guy. The Johnsons, there's like multiple, and there's multiple Eternals. There's like 10 of them. Like I said, first world problem. This, of course, is a spoiler-free review because I like my kidneys. I don't want to get beaten up and offend anybody, so I will not be ruining anything in this film. What I will tell you, of course, it is directed by Chloe Zhao, the same director who just won an Oscar for directing Nomadland, which I believe makes her the first director to win an Oscar and then go into a Marvel project. I will also tell you that this has a huge cast from Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Richard Madden, Jon Snow, that guy from The Big Sick, that girl from The Walking Dead, like ridiculous, huge cast. And to that end, congrats to Chloe Zhao on a very diverse looking cast, probably one of the most diverse looking casts we've seen in the Marvel universe. So clearly Marvel's getting a lot of feedback, and we see as the times are changing, so are they. Now, this group, Eternals, the Eternals, is a group of superheroes that have basically helped shape the universe. They've been around for thousands of years, and clearly they don't age. They don't age at all, so clearly the Eternals are black. What I can tell you is that there was a lot about this movie that I liked. Some of the things that I've just mentioned in terms of not only the breaking the molds, but the fact that Chloe Zhao was confident enough to take this into a different direction, of course, with the overhead approval of Marvel Studios. Now, one of the things that Marvel has done far better than their DC counterparts is they're able to meticulously plan out where the story is going to go movie over movie. I don't necessarily know where the story is going to go with this, but I'm okay with that. I'm interested to see what happens. Now, the movie itself, I will tell you, I liked it, but I didn't love it. First of all, it is unnecessarily long at about 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it felt it. I know some people have said, oh, the time flew by. I disagree. I found myself checking my watch multiple times because I felt that it dragged on. Richard Madden and Gemma Chan are your main stars of this film, and we did a decent job of getting to know them. But in terms of some of the other characters, I found that they didn't necessarily have as much meat in the film as they potentially could have, which is sad at a 2 hour and 45 minute and change running time. I will tell you, this movie, I saw it in 3D, completely unnecessary, and I would suspect IMAX is also unnecessary for this film. That's just a personal preference. I say I liked it, but I didn't love it. A lot of times I'll see a Marvel film and I'll be like, I want to go and see that again. I can't wait to see it again. Didn't really feel that way with Eternals. Didn't really feel that, oh, I can't wait to go and see it again. I will say there's a lot of really cool things about this movie, but I also feel with the size of the cast, is it just basically everybody can now just jump into a Marvel movie? For any of the wrestling fans out there, it's kind of like when everybody joined the NWO and it wasn't like this exclusive thing anymore. Because did I look at this and think to myself, oh, well, Angelina Jolie's a bona fide Marvel superhero? No, I didn't buy into it. I was perfectly fine with Richard Madden casting it probably because he had more screen time. But there's some people that are in this film, and it's just kind of like, it just feels like their agents are calling up and saying, hey, put me in a Marvel movie. So I found from that perspective, it was a little watered down. Again, didn't hate the movie. It was enjoyable, but it's definitely not one of my favorite Marvel films. Not one of my least favorite either, don't get me wrong, but not one that I'm dying to run back and see again. I give this movie a B-. It was okay. If you had the chance to see Eternals, let me know what you think. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WheatyWhittier, and WheatyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.